I was a little cat. I was a little tight.
Okay.
And I was in there with Hezekiah.
Okay.
K-Tech.
Okay.
Or Key-Tech, something.
Key-Tech. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Spider.
Okay.
Some people remember Black, aka Ice.
I do. Yeah.
But I was in the studio with them, and I was the youngster. And, you know, back then you just had them guys that you brought
kind of be up under, you know what I'm saying, and kind of, you know, watching shit do that thing.
They had good talent,
right?
But they didn't know the business.
Exactly.
Like I say, it was more developmental,
right?
On how to do it. So you was excited just to have me. I lived right down the street from Record Boy and MD Production.
Oh, okay. So that's on the northwest side, not off of 23rd, right?
Not off of 23rd, before they moved to 23rd.
Okay.
Because MD and them, they moved to 23rd. You remember when they moved to 23rd?
That's the gold dome.
Yeah, you go. Everybody remember the dome, but before then, they was aside class in elementary school.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Right there on 15.
Exactly.
And so we used to go to the house right there. When Chris and them had it in the house right there. Like I say, you didn't walk in there and see computers.
Right.
You walked in there and saw a room full of fucking equipment.
Instruments, keyboards, just like, you know, over with Trey's. They got all the damn moves. All of them.
So I had to learn the hard way. My production was, I came from ripping records from that days, you know. Putting it on my audio reverse.
Okay.
Setting the Gemini up, taking samples out of my mama's records, and then then my mom. All
right, let's go. Hold on.
Let's go.
You rolled up. You good? Going
in there. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Because we got to get all of this. Because we want to get the history and everything, man. So I'm gonna say it like this. Here we go. We got him. Want you to introduce yourself, and then we just gonna take it from there, man. Let everybody know who you go by, what you go by, your production name, and then I guess start with when you first started.
Okay. So you let me know when
you ready.
All right, what's up, everybody? Producer, artist, engineer, performance artist. Go by the name Natureboi Da Prince. Locally, Oklahoma City, born and raised. Welcome to the pot. You know what I'm saying?
That's the name of the studio, the pot.
Yes, sir. Powers of three. I believe in the three elements. You know what I'm saying? So we stay elemental with our music, all natural and organic. So right now, you know what I'm saying, we're here cooking. You know what I'm saying? I was writing some freestyles, but originally here, born and raised here in Oklahoma. Natureboi came from my daddy. You know what I'm saying? My name is Nate. I'm the fourth. So if everybody a wrestling fan, they remember the Four Horsemen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the fourth horseman of the family, so to say.
Nice.
So that's where I started music roughly about just like everybody else. I was about 7 or 8 years old. I started in the church as well. My mom had got me next to the lady that played the piano. I'm one of them kids that I love the way the lady that played the piano smelled. So I was always next to her.
Right.
One day, Mama let me go to her house. She taught me how to play keys. She taught me chorus therapy, key therapy, and music therapy. So I learned it at a real young age. About 9 years old, my cousin, who I thought was an uncle, turned out to be a big cousin, came to live with us. We all had them cousins that came and lived with us.
Right.
My mom had her little cousin come live with us, and my brother moved to the living room, and he came and bunked in with me.
Right.
He had turntables. He had everything that you could do to DJ. I didn't know that he DJ'd, but back in the day, you know, it was a club called Legacy 2000.
I remember that.
And my big cousin was DJing for their Mr. Lance's back in the day. So I learned how to rip beats, what we used to call rip records, taking samples out of records. You create patterns on an 8-track or a 4-track, and then you repeat those as loops, which I'll call today. So I learned how to rip samples and loop them and make patterns out of those loops before we had computers. So I'm that old. That was 89.
So how old are you now?
I'm 45 next month, October 26th. October 26th, I turned 49 for you youngsters.
Nah, he don't look it.
You know
he
what I'm
don't
saying?
look 49.
I get to celebrate 28 years in this shit.
That's dope. That's
And,
dope.
Yeah, I love it still. I recreate myself just like any other guy that's been able to last decades in this thing. I try to stay with the times, listen to the streets,
Right.
and pay attention to the people that's doing it better than me. Because we can all learn something. You know what I mean?
Right. Who was your first producers around the city that you first started going, hey, I might can do this, I might could look at this and say, hey, I kind of want to do something like this cat or these cats from out of the city?
In the city, back when I first started, Spider was my kind of local hero.
Okay.
He was the guy that was in our neighborhood.
Right.
That kind of had the name out there. Like, so when you saw the Trues and Voes and people was banging their mama's speakers out their car,
Right.
his beats was playing.
Yeah, exactly.
So him and Key Tech was like monsters. They was like giants in my neighborhood.
Right.
He was on the west side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They named stretched from Classen all the way down to Southwest 15th.
Right.
So everybody knew them niggas. Everybody went to their house. Everybody, and as a kid doing flips at Eugene Fields Hill, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You hear the shit coming out the house. You're like, what's happening? You see the niggas coming out the house, and your whole mission in life is to get inside that house.
And see what's going on.
Yeah. And you find out because we didn't have these venues that you could perform at and do all that stuff. So you had to know somebody to know somebody.
Right.
So I wanted to know somebody, you know what I'm saying? So I was that kid that was going to every talent show, that was trying to link up with everybody that did dancing. I was in dance cliques and stuff to try to see if we could make dances off my beats and stuff.
Right.
Until I was like 13 or 14, Spider was letting me do stuff in his studio. I could go play with his equipment without having to get in trouble type shit.
Right.
And
That's dope.
had somebody that was gonna show me what to do and show me how to use it
Right.
without fucking it up.
Oh, that's tight. So what would be your first time you actually producing your first song or your first beat for somebody?
A guy out of Tulsa by the name of Player 1000.
I know Player 1000. Dope.
Came to Oklahoma City. Came to Spider Studio. And he heard a pattern that I had ripped. And it sounded like a 80s rendition. I ripped it off some 80s albums. But back in that day, we didn't really do like gangster rap.
Right.
You know, we was rapping like Talib Kweli and you know
Like beat pack.
yeah, you know, people would call it boom bap right
Boom
now.
bap. There you go. There you go.
So he heard the boom bap type stuff that this little 13-year-old had made, and he liked it. Now, if you know Player 1000, he still worked real heavy with kids.
Okay.
So he really saw the talent, and he kind of vouched the beat. At that time, you know, this is CD, this is tapes getting ready to go into CDs.
Right.
So I had an A and B tape that'll stop, and you have to turn the other B side over and play the rest of the song.
Okay.
Y'all don't remember that, but yeah, real mixtape shit.
Yeah.
But Player 1000 took that damn tape home and came back, and he had bars for my beat. And that's the first time I ever heard somebody rap on my beat that was an older adult.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, what did that do for you? I mean,
Shit.
that little fire up in you? I mean, you know what I mean? Did that light
He
a
came
fire?
away from Tulsa to hear my beat and came back to Oklahoma City. I'm 13 years old. This is 1993.
Ooh.
And I got somebody in Tulsa listening to my beat before I ever had a validation from anybody in the city other than the ones that was in my little area right there.
Right.
So that just juiced me.
Yeah, that's nice.
And he rapped to it like he was rapping.
Well, that's what we call a cosign.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? So that's definitely a dope cosign with that. Now, you know, you made mention that you play keys. What other instruments do you play?
Oh man, MPC.
Okay.
I mean, you can consider that an instrument.
Well, those are your weapons of choice. Okay, let's just jump into it. What is your weapons of choice?
My weapon of choice is this beat machine, aka the MPC. For those who don't know, I'm a PreSonus user. I'm also a PreSonus instructor, so
nice.
I get a chance to showcase some of their newer equipment. This one here happens to be the Atom. So outside of the keys, I love the MPC or the beat machine from back in the day because I learned on that, you know what I'm saying,
right.
in an 8-track.
Right.
And so I still know how to keep that going loop-wise, you know what I mean? And now that we can add that to waves
right.
and you know, samples or whatever, those are my quickest tools, you know. So
right.
you'll always see me with something with a beat pad on it,
okay.
something with some keys on it. This is my Traveler right here, this MPC. People that know that know that MPK.
I got that one.
If you got a studio or if you're a producer, this is a must-have.
Yeah.
That's a must-have.
Yeah. I got the red and black one. You got the white and black one.
Yeah, man, you gotta have one of those. Everywhere you go, you can take that with you and produce. Everywhere you go, you can make a beat.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a system. For me, I got a 4-instrument bass that I start with, and then I mix around. Then I create off of those 4. So my system is always, I gotta have some drums.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I always gotta have some type of chord or some type of harps. You know what I'm saying? Some type of woodland instrument, something that saxophones or, you know, some type of guitar, anything with the strings on it.
Right.
That's my 4 bass of any beat. I can make any genre of music with those 4.
Now you said software you using PreSonus.
I prefer PreSonus, although on my laptop I use a variety of everything that a client. I hate to call people clients.
Right.
Whatever a client desires on my laptop, I like to provide them because that's my Traveler.
Okay.
So I'm versed at every dial, but I prefer PreSonus because it makes my workload lots faster and easier.
Gotcha.
I come from Pro Tools, you
right.
know what I'm saying, and I was using FL Studio for the old heads, Fruity Loops, and so to be able to merge those two at one point with Pro Tools HD12. That was like revolutionized with me. But then PreSonus came out in 2015 when I came aware of them. And I started using auto-tune then because clients preferred it at that time. And this was one of the dials that I was able to use to allow me to do the vocals mixing wise and perfect it like you would hear with a Lil Wayne or T-Pain at that time.
Okay.
So I was hooked. By 2016, I was hooked. I kind of pushed everything else on the back burner, the Logics, the Sonars, the Pro Tools, and all the other dials that I was using because I was like, wait a minute, let me see what this one do.
Right.
And then they won Best Dial of the Year. Ooh. And then they did it 5 years in a row. Okay. And then they kept listening to the people that's using the dial. Right. So I started using it consistently, and then I started telling people about it. And then I started asking people, I started watching the people that was using it, how their music and the workload became better and faster.
That's dope.
So now I'm an advocate for it. I'm an instructor for it. I have a YouTube channel at Nate Prince 21, or you can go to Natureboi DA, Natureboi with an I, DA Prince like the singer, and you can go there and check out some of my YouTube videos, some of my PreSonus stuff, or you can catch me at NIBGTMUZIK 405 at PreSonus.com. And I got a lot of my tutorial videos through them as well.
So now you have tutorials on those YouTube channels?
Yes.
Okay.
And it just kind of give enlightenment on how to use PreSonus and how I use PreSonus. Right. And people always ask me how my sound quality gets so crisp. Right. Well, go to the tutorials and go check it out. Okay. I got vocal tutorials, I got beat making tutorials, I got pattern tutorials, sound and effects tutorials. I got a green screen in here right now, so I'm starting to do movie tutorials on how to do, you know, small video kind of stuff. Right. So I'm trying to give my clients the whole package, man.
How did you get hooked up with PreSonus, being able to be like giving a instructor and stuff like that?
So Personas has a subscription. I started my subscription with Personas in 2021, kind of right after COVID.
Right.
And I was just posting myself using their DAO, because nobody that I knew used their DAO at the time.
Right.
And so I was just showing me using their program and on my platform, and I got a pretty decent platform. So they have a exchange on here, Personas Exchange Plus.
Okay.
When you're a Plus member on their subscription, then you get to utilize everything that they offer. So I started, before I released my tracks and released my beats, I started using their exchange news feed. Hey, give me some feedback on this beat. Hey, how you think this song sound? Hey, what do you think I need to do to make this, show quality or whatever?
Right.
They was giving me feedback every time, and they loved the fact that I was posting my music on there before I put it out on any other platform.
Right.
So they approached me this year, January of this year. Hey, we had an opportunity for you that we thought would be great for Oklahoma City. So I'm their Oklahoma instructor for their DAO, because they seeked me. And now I just, they pay me and I get some of their equipment to showcase their DAO and showcase how I use the DAO.
All right, stop. Dude, hold on. Wait a minute now. Listen now. I haven't, now I follow you on Facebook. I've never seen you post any of this information. Now watch. That is big fucking news.
Yeah.
That is not no ordinary shit. This is the shit I'm talking about, man. This is the shit that needs to be having some attention to, if you will. It's more than, I just made a beat. And that's good and that's great too. But they don't just reach out to anybody, dog. You know what I mean? So you have to be a special, unique type of person to represent their brand, because that's what you do.
Yes.
When you're doing something, you're representing personas.
Yes.
In a way, correct?
Yes.
All right, and you getting paid. So
go ahead.
That's big, man.
So, of course, people know that it's by season. I signed a 9-season, 2-year deal with Personas to showcase their stuff. Through that, I get all kind of discounts. I get, obviously, they send me the kind of things that I request. And, some of the stuff you can find on Facebook or YouTube.
Right.
But it's always valuable when you can use the stuff that you're producing under. Everything's synced in from them. So it's not like I'm crossing anything. So that's why I get the best quality out of my DAO, because I'm using the things that's attached to that DAO. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
So it makes life easy, and just to be able to have a sponsor that's on that level that can critique your music before, man, on their staff, they have Emmy Award winners, they have Academy Award winners, they have Grammy Award winners. So I get to run my music through these people's head and get their honest opinion, honest critique before I ever give it to Oklahoma City, or before I ever give it to the public or DistroKid or United Masters.
Right.
So to me, it's important to get a professional opinion about your stuff before you release it, because when you release it, it's out there for everybody, and everybody's going to judge it the same way. Unfortunately, we are creatures of habit, and we all judge things.
Right.
So you want them to be able to judge it as quality all the time.
Right.
And for me, I'm known for quality, so I would spend time on it, and I want the best to judge it.
Right. What's your favorite social media place that you feel like you get the most interaction, comments, likes, shares?
When I do my analytics on it monthly, and when you monetize, you get to see your analytics. For me right now, TikTok and Instagram has been the biggest platforms that I've been able to experience. I'm talking every time I post something on any one of those platforms, I'm getting 700-800, sometimes 5,000 to 6,000 views and plays and things like that. And if you monetize, that's what you look for. Everything I put on them 2 platforms, of course the little blue app.
Yeah.
But everything I put on them 2 platforms go 500 plus.
You got a big following?
I think so, yes.
How many followers you got on TikTok?
Man, I'm capped out, so I've been I've been kind of eliminating people as we speak, because I'm not one of them dudes that want to have like 4 or 5 pages up.
Right.
To try to support.
So you try to keep it at a certain number?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because you got bots out there now, and sometimes when you try to find that support, you'll see them bots come out, and you know the bots because they're not really supporting your stuff like that, or they might got 3 or 4 pictures on their profile. So me, I got a regional kind of thing to where I can kind of see where my support's coming from regional, you know what I mean? Monetize wise, you can understand that, and that's where your target audience is. I want to target the people that supporting me. I don't give a shit where they at.
Right.
Like, but if they tell me that Egypt is supporting me better than France, then I'm going to Egypt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
If they tell me Shawnee is supporting me better than Enoch, then I'm going to Shawnee.
That makes sense.
So
we're finna switch gears real quick. Now watch this. Give me some of your biggest influences, producer-wise, because now we're not gonna negate that you said you're an entertainer, you're a rapper, you know what I'm saying, you're a performer, so you hit all across the board. But right now we still on the gas for the production, okay? So who influenced you outside of the city?
No personal order, right?
No personal order.
No personal order. So I start here locally. First. You know what I'm saying? One of my biggest influence was KT Keith Craigler, bro. Okay. One of the first dudes I walked into his studio, kind of my age, that was really a factor on Fruity Loops. Like I said, he was one of the first dudes I could go into his spot, and he had a computer. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he can use a computer and make beats off of Fruity Loops that I never heard from. So he was kind of my first, damn, I gotta get these like he do. Right. So, and then let's go industry-wise. I'm gonna say my favorite first. Okay. My favorite is DJ Quick. Cause Quick was everything. Just, I mean, engineer, right? Artist, right? Producer, right? Everything. Musician. Everything, bro. You know, and then you go back and look. You go back over history and you look at all the West Coast shit. Right. All of it. Tupac, Biggie. Right. I mean, all of it. Spice One. Everybody. Right. All of it. L.A., the Bay. All of it. Right. His hands is on it all. Yeah. Go look it up. His hands is on all of it. Too Short, right. Everybody. DJ Quick has something to do with it all. Right. Okay? So let's not go there. Then you know, you got to go to Texas and DJ Screw. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Man, I first heard, I was a Ghetto Boys kid. The first concert I ever went to was Ghetto Boys. You know what I'm saying? This is 1988. And I got a chance to go backstage and meet Willie D, Bushwick Bill, and all these people, you know what I'm saying? Right. As a kid. Right. So I always give props. to, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Boomtown. Okay. People know back in the day, Boomtown had all the videos popping. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And Skrilla Motown. That's one of them names people don't know, but he was out there. He was out there heavy. DJ Screw used him a lot.
All right. What about outside of the hip hop genre? Who are some of your favorite producers that create music that you was, you know, influenced?
Kenny Edmonton.
Okay, Babyface. He gave me the government. Babyface. Okay.
Look, another one of those Swiss Army knives, can play every instrument. Right. You know what I'm saying? For me, he's hanging up right there. You know what I'm saying? Prince. Right. When I first started playing keys, Prince was one of those people that I was able to really grasp the way he played, because he played every instrument. Right. Michael Jackson, and the way he was the entertainer that he was, molded the way I had to structure my music for others to like it, not just hip hop, but getting pop people and getting country people, and really just understanding that it's not just for me but the world. You know what I mean? So I got influenced like that. Teddy Riley. You know what I'm saying?
You bringing out some hitters, man. You bringing out some heavy hitters, man. Come on,
y'all better
with
go
it.
do y'all research.
Come on, Natureboi.
Y'all go do y'all research.
That's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Go do your research. Teddy Riley. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
There you go. There
You know
you
what I'm
go.
saying?
There you
That
go.
was really out there. We wouldn't know some of these artists who Mariah Carey's and Janet Jackson's was if they wasn't really setting up bands
Right.
and playing for these groups. We wouldn't know who L.A. Reid is.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all wouldn't have no clue. Y'all wouldn't understand hip hop.
Right.
You motherfuckers wouldn't have it.
I told you when I came and see, I told you when I came and see you at that beat battle thing. I said, boy, I didn't know this nigga was this animated, man. I mean, because some niggas on Facebook when you meet them, they're so disappointed, my nigga. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. And it's not that you're trying to hold them to a standard. It's just that the way they woof and talk online, you think that that's the persona that you're gonna meet when you meet these motherfuckers. And you wasn't like that on Facebook.
Nah.
You know, when I see you, you know, you post your stuff and you say your little shit, but I had no idea you were just so full of energy and vibrant.
It's life.
Okay.
Some people live life. Some people are living life. So let's just keep it. I'm full of it. The cup has filleth over to now where I disperse this life. Think of me like a LeBron James or Kobe Bryant. I gotta give this to my people so that they can feel what I'm feeling, so they can see what I'm feeling. So I'm an empath. I gotta touch you. I gotta give you some of this so that you can understand why I'm the way I am.
Right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you think that the city recognizes you as a producer?
I think over the last 5 to 6 years, I've been getting a lot more respect than before then because I've opened it up a little bit more than before. So
Meaning?
well, because at first I kept it real exclusive for just my groups and the people that was around in my little bubble, and then I had a friend one day tell me that the world needs to hear this. Well, we went into a real trap moment in 2019 where everybody was forced to be in the house.
Right.
And was forced to do stuff in the house.
Right.
I put out a quarantine mixtape that had 14 beats on it. And that caught the attention of C.L. McCoy and T.L. Jones and some of the people that's in front of these Grammy Award winners here in Oklahoma. And that was the first time I got invited to the association. You feel me?
Right.
And so I felt at that first association, they gave us a minute of beat. We got to do 7 beats. So it was kind of a new thing for me, but I wanted to really showcase what I can do to Oklahoma City again, because I thought they forgot.
Right.
I thought you niggas forgot for a little bit. Like, I didn't do this or something. Like, nigga, let me show y'all can do it. So 2019, 2020, I put out my quarantine album, and it caught attention for that, and 7 out of the 14 beats sold.
Wow.
Got some traction and got some artists on them.
Okay. Nice.
So every one of those associations I got back invited to, all the way through the years, to the point to where I started allowing other producers, okay, hold on, let my nigga Mike Benz take my space in my studio so I can show off his beats.
Right.
Okay, let me show you this one, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I went second behind Boosie Black and Black Boy Music in the beat battle that him and Rob Stovall did, that C.L. McCoy and Rob Stovall did. So I showcased my talent for real that day.
Right.
That's when I knew now I got industry beats.
Okay.
Now I know that the industry fuck with me like that.
Right.
Ever since then, like Antonio Brown used to say, it's been booming, baby. They asked me about business been booming, 2 to 3 beats a day.
Nice.
And I'm not greedy about it, you know.
Nice.
I said that night I had a package all year long, 10 beats, $100.
Right.
It's my dump off package.
Right.
And it is still going, and people is being yum.
Right.
So come on, y'all. Nate Prince 21. Holla at me exclusively. We fixed to start the website up because now business is booming and I have to get it done. But we got a website with TPC, the Producers Connection.
Okay.
It's me, Keith Craigler, and Scoop Beats.
Okay.
And right now we doing things mergingly.
Nice.
We're doing things as a unit. And y'all gonna be able to see this coming soon.
Nice. How long you been working with all three of those cats? With those two cats?
Scoop Beats is the newest. Man, like I said before, I've been knowing Keith Craigler since school.
Right.
We've been working with each other since that long, 20 plus years. But Scoop Beats, I've been a fan of his for that long. And then I got a chance to really work with him over these last 3 years. And these last 2 years, we've been putting things in motion. I got features with him on it. I'm rapping on some of his beats. He's rapping and singing on my beats. We got a new video getting ready to come out next month called For You. It's one of my solos that's coming out that he's singing on. So we're going into our 4th year together as a unit, and we fit to really shake shit up in this city towards the end of this year and the beginning of next year. So y'all stay tuned for this new stuff that I got popping. Like y'all said, y'all been following me. I've been building, and I've been silent, giving everything silent treatment like Kobe beef. I've been silently massaging some real good shit for the city. You feel me?
Right. How long you been rapping?
I've been a rapper my whole life. Before that, I was a poet. So I was doing what we call slam poetry back in the day.
Right.
You know, for those who know poetry, you know, it was a base on just being able to tell your feelings lightly. And one day, I was writing for the Daily Oklahoman in high school. Check this out. I used to write for the paper in high school, all through high school and all through college. And one dude told me he was reading one of my little funny ads that I put in the back of the paper that they allowed me to do back in the day. And he was reading the mother sucker, and he thought I could be a good rapper. Now I was still in high school. I had already wrote some raps in middle school and all of that stuff, but I didn't think nothing other than just talent shows, you know what I'm saying? So then he gave me the confidence as a writer. And then I just took off after that. I started writing all through college. I went to Vegas. I got to Vegas. Once I got to Vegas, that's when it really started blowing up. I hit the radio down there, 89.9 Maryland Parkway Radio. That was in 2000. And then from 2000, 2001, you know what I'm saying, I was doing things in Vegas, and then one of my homies like, man, I was with Academy Records. If people go look up Academy Records, it was Mike Tyson's record label. At that time in Vegas, I used to go to Mike Tyson's house in Vegas, parties. I performed for him and Don King back then. And so that's when it made me really know that I can do this rap shit. And so I molded myself as Natureboi Da Prince. I used to go by Top Notch then.
Okay.
I molded myself as Natureboi Da Prince and started my label, Nothing in Between, then. And just kept it going. And by 2006, 2003, I came back home. And I started working with Po Boy. I started working with one of my big OGs too, 12 Gauge.
Okay.
He had Oak Globe Records.
12 Gauge.
We had a guy named LeBlanc One. You know what I'm saying? That was an artist at the time.
Yeah, he was on a Record Boy compilation.
Yes, sir.
Back
Yes,
in the
sir.
day.
Yes, sir. You know, Boy Dog.
Boy Dog.
You know what I'm
That's my
saying?
dog.
Some people know Chief. You know what I'm saying? Some people can remember Grinderholic.
Yep.
And his 7 Days.
7 Days Entertainment.
Yes, sir. And so I kind of got with them when I got back home, and I was paying for my studio time.
Right.
With everything.
Damn.
I was paying to use their studio with everything. It didn't matter, man, because I needed to get my voice out and I needed to get my shit heard.
Right.
So I would go book a session in their studio just to use their shit.
Right.
Feel me? I got with my nigga New York back in the day, you know what I'm saying, when he had a studio on 23rd and Walker, and I was recording there. My nigga came in 2005, Buckmouth Studio, came from New Orleans. It really showed me that I can do this studio shit on my own because I already had everything. I already had the knowledge. I just didn't think I could put it to the equipment.
Right.
Then I started doing my own thing. Started having a traveling studio. 2009, 2011, I was with the local Heat magazine. Great Day in Oklahoma. I was on the picture in 08. I was on the other picture in 2013.
That's Marcus Hayes.
Marcus Hayes. I was with Hayes creative agency for 2 years. He got me into acting and shit.
Nice.
You feel me?
Nice.
He had a spread on, and he had a spread on me in the Gazette magazine in 2021. I got the contract still because I take pride in that. Hold on one quick. Let me show that. So for those who didn't know, that's a Age Creative Agency right there, don't it?
Yep.
I put that in front of there if y'all can see that. That's a Hayes Creative Agency. Marcus, that's got publishing and everything. Marcus was the first dude to give me publishing through the local Heat magazine, and I got the executive produce for the 15th year anniversary album that has some of Oklahoma's best on there. Derek Nitro, Kurt Dog,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? T Major,
Yeah.
your boy Natureboi Da Prince. So yeah, I've been able to do a lot. In 09, for y'all youngsters that don't know, in 09 I was just like Soulja Boy. I got signed off of MySpace. I got signed, that's a contract off of MySpace almost 20 years ago, 2009. They sent me that. Quick Star Records decided they wanted to sign me, and they were a label based out of Maryland, Cathedral, Maryland.
Wow.
But they was a branch through Def Jam Records, and so I was able to get signed in 2009 and have my label signed and get an 80-20 deal. Y'all see that? Y'all probably couldn't see that, but I was able to get an 80-20 deal in 09 when you had to go out of your trunk when you were selling CDs,
Right.
and flash drives. I was selling records.
Okay, well let's jump into the let's jump into the business. Since you brought up publishing, so now do you have your own published company?
No.
Okay, stop. You have all of this going on, and you don't have your own publishing company.
And see, that's the other side of when you're doing things the right way. People understand that when you're doing stuff the right way, business-wise, and you getting an EIN number and stuff like that, that kind of stuff does take a little time because the publishing under nothing in between that I want to get established for my business, not for me as an artist, but for my artists.
Right.
It takes a little bit of time, and you got to have a little bit of you got to have some other stuff involved into that. So
Okay.
that's the work. Those are the steps that we're taking going into 2026 as we start declining the other stuff and start letting the other steps build up.
Okay.
So business-wise, it's important that you start owning everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're allowing yourself to get others involved, at least have some trust for those others. Right now, the publishing company that I do have, I still trust. But yeah, you're right. You can't just rely on DistroKid and United Masters. Even with them, you want to own your own publishing. You want to own your own publishing company. It's not hard to get established.
Right.
It just takes a little time.
Right.
You
Now,
know,
what about writers?
Writers? I do.
Okay, so you have your own writers. Okay, who you with? ASCAP or BMI?
Both.
Okay.
Now I got one labeled under me as an artist, and then the other is labeled under my label. So BMI, because of the payout during the BMI, they allow you to use your domain name, but you can't use it under artist if it's already registered under United Masters or TuneCore. So for entertainment purposes, for those people who's trying to learn how to get these streaming sites on your team, choose one that's going to benefit you as an artist first, and that means writing and publishing and all that stuff, and then go in and choose one that for your label that's going to benefit your label as a whole. Because they are going to, when you go into these meetings with these executives and A&Rs and record people that's wanting to give you these deals, they're going to ask about one or the other. And I mean, so unfortunately, you can't have them both under the same domain name.
Right. Okay, so now let me get this straight. And you have all the stuff that you can put out, and so you have a writers, but you don't have a publishing.
Yeah, because
So the publishing collects for the writer. So therefore, are you saying that since you've been putting out stuff, you haven't been able to collect any royalties from anything because there's no publishing company that exists?
Well, Not necessarily. You still collect from the monetizations
Well, I'm not talking about from the site. I'm talking about from ASCAP or BMI.
from BMI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ASCAP not right now because of the revamp that I'm doing.
Okay. So BMI, you're getting.
Yeah, I'm getting Natureboi Da Prince money.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Because I want to revamp the ASCAP to fit my label now that I have artists on my label.
Mm-hmm.
You can list them too under your label as employees.
Okay.
You feel me? As long as you got your EIN and your IN numbers good,
Right.
then you can get them paid as employees under your label with the ASCAP.
Nice.
So that their shows matter, the music that they're putting out,
Right.
you know, through YouTube and all of that, their platforms, TikTok, their platforms, let's put it like that.
Right.
Their social platforms matter as well. So
Right.
now you can get all of that and the monetization under that ASCAP versus just getting your streaming sales.
Okay.
So when you're doing it that way, it's a full business,
Right.
not necessarily just shows and artistry. You know what I mean?
And I'm not trying to put
No,
you on the
go
spot,
ahead.
Nature
This
Boy.
is good.
We talking business now. Listen, man, I've been in this shit for 35 years, dog. Right? And so it's amazing how many cats you've been producing over 5 years, over 10, over 15, over 20 years, and they don't know anything about none of this shit. Okay, so now let me hit you with, are you a member of Sound Exchange?
Yes.
Okay. You're a member of the MLC, the Mechanical Royalty, the MRC.
The MRC, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we
So-
are part of the MRC
All right.
because of the executive licenses that you got to have
Okay.
in order to go global.
All right. See, he's got his look.
So-
he's got his shit together, and
You guys,
so
let me I mean to cut you off, but you guys got to understand that those licenses and certificates can take you outside of the country,
Right.
not just outside of your state. You can do business outside of the country and get paid for it and keep those royalties coming in for life if you got your paperwork right.
Right.
So no, I don't mind the questions because people need to know that you have to have that stuff registered. Every song, every video. Now you want to be able to register your content.
right. Right.
Go ahead, Ben.
No. That's exactly. I think sometimes you have producers that's either wrapped up into the production and know nothing about the business part, but not knowing that. And this is just for artists as well. You are a business,
Yes.
and so you should have all of this shit taken care of. So, which brings me to my next question: when you do work with other people outside of your camp, do you take care of business first, or do you go on and create, and then after you create, you guys talk about the business? How
Man.
do you handle that?
Good question. That's relationship based. You know what I mean? To me, I really decided relationship based.
Okay.
Because if we got a good repertoire with each other, meaning that we worked in the past for free,
Right.
and then an opportunity came up to where we both can see a little bit of do re mi out of it,
Right.
then let's make it sing.
Okay.
And then you decide splits.
Okay.
And really the splits is coming from how much work vice versa is being done.
Right.
I'm not going to ask for a bigger chunk of the pie if I didn't bake the pie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just taste testing the pie. That's all you're going to get is taste test money.
Mm.
But if you are responsible in the ingredients that went into that pie, then you deserve half of the pie.
Right.
And so that's what we do. Most of the time, that's based on the relationship that you have with that person. Now, if it's somebody totally new, and here lately, we've been able to do the new stuff by stem trading and
Right.
stuff online, so you don't have to be in the same room.
Right.
You can just go on via internet, and you got a thing called Muse and Discard now, to where you can actually share stems with people and trust that they're gonna do right by your stems.
Right.
And your patterns and your loops and things. Well, that comes on how you choose them, because you get somebody that's new in this game and they haven't been proven, they're gonna be looking towards you for guidance and that cap, as the kids call it, that cap.
Right.
They're gonna want to use your name to help their name get somewhere because you're the bigger influence in the game.
Right.
So it's always really about how you develop that relationship with that person and the direction that music is based on. If it's like something for a movie or something just to to show up at the club one day, then it's gotta be addressed equally on how you gonna split it. Because if you ain't deciding those splits, that's somebody gonna take advantage of it, and all it takes is somebody to copyright it one time. And really, all it takes is somebody to put it on their page first. As soon as you put it on your page and you the first one to play it, that is a sign of that it's on video as you being the first person to put it out. So that video can represent you owning that beat. So it's always best to have it copywritten first, or whoever made the beat, show your splits in there. You know, this nigga helped me with the beat, so he gets splits on the production, or this person sung on the beat, he came up with the hook, but I wrote on the beat, so he get executive writers creds for coming up with the hook type shit.
Okay, so you don't go, boom, here's a song, 50% for writers, 50% for composers. If it's 2 producers on, yeah. If it's 50, if it's 2 producers on the track, that's split half and half.
Okay, and yeah, if y'all both had a what I like to think equal input on things, and y'all both came to terms that that's what we doing.
Okay.
But again, let's say for instance, Cap made the beat, but Natureboi did the engineering on it.
Okay.
Who gets the bigger split then? It's your beat, but I made it sound good.
Okay, so
if
we're looking at it that way, that would be, you would be an engineer, which is a work for hire. Work for hire does not get writers.
They're not supposed to get writers.
They're not supposed. Yeah, they don't get writers.
But let's say, for instance, like me, who engineer, produce, and mix beats myself.
Right.
Let's say, for instance, let's say your beat.
Right.
I'm rapping on Cap's beat. He sent me the MP3. I load it onto my program.
Right.
I rap on the beat. I mix the beat. I put the beat out. Cap gets what for that beat?
Cap gets 50. You gets 50.
Because that's how I look at it.
Yeah, because you wrote it. You wrote the rap, so you wrote it. So you got that whole 50% for writers. And then and so we're on the same page.
Yes.
Basically, we're on the same page. Okay.
That's where I'm at with
right.
it.
And so if someone goes, look, right. If somebody goes, hey man, I want you to get on this joint, but now look, I'm only going to give you 10% of the publishing from the producer.
Because all he did was rap.
Exactly.
All he did was wrote a verse.
Right.
He was like featured. That's all he did. I made the beat. I engineered the beat.
Right.
I asked him to jump on the beat.
Right.
So
he gets 25, then you get
sometimes.
Yeah.
But
now if you rap with him, then
again,
that's split between you and him. That's 50-50, right?
So
it's 25-25.
Again, that depends on how much of the. So if he came in and it's my beat, I'm gonna do the engineering on it.
Right.
But he came up with the hook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He came up with the hook. He came up with a chorus line.
Right.
He came up with a bridge. And all I'm really doing is just that last bar.
Right.
You damn right he fits to get a 50 on a fit split because he's done most of the work on that track.
Exactly.
But if I had to come up with the beat, the hook, and I'm doing all the engineering, that split is gonna be how I feel about him.
Right.
If it's somebody new and we can't discuss a 10% because I ain't never seen your traction, but I know you fit to gain traction off of this.
Right.
Then that's what we gotta be.
Okay, so now how do you go by? Now watch this, not to get stuff. Now that's good. We're dialoguing, baby. That's what we gotta do. Now, how do you go by breaking news that's gonna give him the blues? Because look. So I guess what I'm saying is, wouldn't it be better to do the splits before we do the work? Because now, once the pie is made, you can't take the eggs out the pie filling. It's already combined and it made the pie filling.
Logically, yeah. But again, if this one of your boys and you walking into your boy's big studio with your laptop.
Right.
Feel me? And you in there fist to hook up to your boy's equipment so that y'all can get work done. Okay, how you gonna solve that? Cause your boy telling you could come over here with your shit and hook up into your shit and into his shit, and then y'all create a hit together.
Right.
With you hooking up your shit into my shit.
Right.
And then we create a hit.
Right.
With somebody that maybe you invited on the track.
Right.
Okay? How do we connect that? That's got to be a verbal between me and him. Okay, bro. Well, look at this. Well, you this, that. See, that's why I say again, it's got to be an understanding between the person and that other person we doing business with.
Yeah, exactly.
The two parties got to come up with it that fits them.
So my question is,
because we know where when we put it on the streaming,
yeah,
we know what that ain't gonna give us.
Right.
We know exactly what it's not.
And so, don't you think it's easier and a better route just to handle the business?
I think so.
Before we start getting into the music comes.
It's
natural.
You eliminate so much wasted
bullshit.
time.
Yeah, you eliminate
so much wasted time. Hey, bro, check this out. How long you think this gonna take us? Okay,
Right.
so let's discuss a package. So so what you thinking? Maybe a 50-50 on this part?
Right.
Okay, well, if you don't want to do the 50, let's do this 40-60 because it's your spot.
Right.
Okay, let's do a 40-60. Now here. This a cash app for a little bit of it.
There you go.
Or this is a Vimo, or this is a Chime for a little bit of it.
Right.
Let's work.
Okay.
Because if I'm plugging into your shit,
Right.
at least that much time deserves that much money at that time.
Okay.
Especially if we fist to do, you don't get splits now.
Right.
You don't get splits now. You get books now.
Yeah.
So if I book somebody else, if I book somebody and they book a set of time, that's guaranteed money now.
Right.
I don't have to wait on that. You gotta wait to see what kind of traction and if this,
because it might not do nothing.
That's what I was saying.
It might not
if
do nothing.
this guy that you're doing business with don't have any traction and he's only linking with you because of who you are in your platform, who deserves the better half?
Right.
Because now he's going to gain more traction coming from you.
Right.
Because you are the name.
Okay, so let me play devil's advocate. When I came in, you said that you have artists that signed to you, right?
Yeah.
How many artists do you have signed to you, Natureboi?
Now, newly revamped, 2.
Okay, you got 2. You want to say their names?
Ugly Travis is the one we working on now. That's
Okay.
the one I want to put in front now. The other one I ain't, because we working on the paperwork still.
Okay.
But they know who they is.
Right.
And y'all gonna hear us. Y'all already hear us collabing now.
Right.
Y'all already hear them on the beats now.
Right.
Like I said,
I think I got an idea who it is.
business takes time,
Right.
and it's gonna be a great look for nothing in between. I'm looking forward to them joining the crew and doing great things going into the future.
Nice. So now they're signed to your record company.
Yes.
Now, here we go. I'm playing devil's advocate now. Your studio,
Yeah.
your beats,
Yeah.
you're the engineer.
Yeah.
Are you rapping on some of these too?
Some of them. Yeah.
Okay, that's 4. Do you feel that there could be a conflict of interest?
No.
Never.
No.
Nothing
No.
at all.
No.
Now, the reason why I'm asking is because, are you saying, now here, let me get my question together. The question is asked, are you saying there's no conflict of interest because you already are going to give them what you have already said that you're going to give them? That's the question.
Oh, no. Well, they had before we had, as they say, before we put ink to paper,
Right.
they were already getting it.
Okay.
So we were already doing business.
Okay.
So it wasn't like I was just like, I want to sign y'all off the street type stuff.
Right.
We was already doing business before ink went to paper. So it was like they already knew what was doing and what I could do for them and what they could do for me.
Nice.
And then it just got to the point to where, with one, I should say with one, it got to the point to where it's like, I'm rocking with you no matter what.
Okay.
I live, eat, shit, this.
Right.
This, you my guy, this is me.
Right.
And so I was like, well, now let's put ink to paper.
Let's make it official.
Yeah, let's just make it official so we can get you out there this way.
Nice.
Feel me? That's Ugly Travis.
Okay.
The other one had been peeping from a distance.
Right.
And been seeing how I move, been seeing what I do and how I've been doing it and respected it to the point to where it's like, I feel like what you do can get me where I feel like I should be already.
Right.
And so I'm like, nothing in between means nothing in between. Direction, goal, purpose, dream. You have to understand guidance before you can ever understand what it's going to guide you to. So they trust my guidance.
Okay.
Because they see it working for me already.
Exactly. Let me ask you this, man, and this has been a great interview, man. You impressed me at the beat battle thing. I keep harping on that because I've never heard your beats.
I appreciate it.
And not coming through like that.
Yeah.
On the phone and shit that you can't really get the true aspect of it. Okay. But when we was off in the club, man, and your shit was knocking, man, I was like, man, this nigga got some shit.
Man, I was so ready for that because he challenged us that day. He challenged us. And if you know CL, he's also one of them.
Right.
And so to be able to first to be invited for him was an honor again because at that time that was my 6th invite.
Okay.
And so I felt like the OG in the whole camp.
Yeah.
And you was there, so you got to see the response.
Yeah. And then they was jamming to your shit, man.
Yeah.
They was loving your beats, man.
So
and so I guess what I'm leading towards is this, Natureboi.
Yeah. I
never see this side of you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now, why is that?
Cause man, that little blue app, that little blue app, if you know how to use it, can get you a lot of things and understand it, and it can build a platform for you. But those who know that little blue app understand what comes with it. It's like the gift and the curse, because. And for me, I like to be able to know that what I'm giving is what I'm bringing back in. So energy purposes is the reason why you won't see this side, because I said in the post the other day, Oklahoma got a lot of swagger jacking nowadays. You know, a lot of people out here trying to bite what's already been done and put their sauce into it.
But do you feel that by you not showing this intellectual business savvy type of producer, by you not showing that it could be cheating the new and coming producers not being able to get the knowledge that you have to pass on? Do you believe that?
Nah, well, okay, the way I'm gonna answer that question is yeah and no, because I think it's the way, the greatest strength that we have with the social platforms that we do have is that we get to decide the content that we give.
Right.
So at some point you have to have some type of strategy with it in order to keep, your name relevant. I've been doing this 28 years or so, because now I want to be able to showcase some of the talents that I do have, but I don't want to know that somebody is just going to take everything that I got and try to outdo me with it. Now,
but do you think they're going to take it, or do you think they're going to apply listen. You're dropping some gems today, and I've never heard you speak. And I've never heard you say things like this.
Yeah.
I think this is what's missing on a platform like a Facebook, if you will.
Yeah.
That because there's other cats that's lurking in the shadows.
Yeah.
That want to be like, yo, I wish I was dope as Natureboi.
Yeah.
I love the way he makes his beats and he displays them.
True.
Do you think that encouraging? You made a point that you said that I seen you at the studio years ago and you was like, keep going.
Yeah.
That stuck with you. I didn't remember it, but you did.
And it did. And every time I heard or seen something from, and so that's kind of where the class that I try to do the same thing that was taught to me.
That's what
like a Capshaw would do before we had these social platforms that would come and do for a youngster like me.
Right.
If they show interest,
right,
I'll give them every jewel in the jewel box.
Right, gotcha.
But if it's just it's the snake and the rat.
Okay.
Both can be sustained.
Right.
But the snake will eat the rat.
Right.
The rat will try to steal whatever he can food wise that he can find if you allow it to stay in front of him.
Right.
So you gotta know how to feed him. Maybe you know that nigga's the rat.
Right.
Maybe you understand that, but you want to give him this so he can learn this.
Right.
Maybe you know he'll snake behind your back and try to eat you with your own stuff. But you want him to have that little bit because you're going to continue to learn. So those tricks is going to be an old bag sooner or later.
Right.
Maybe they just trying to steal just that.
Okay.
Maybe they're trying to eat just that.
But what if they're not trying to steal?
Maybe if they learn it, they're going to show you just like a student will to somebody that they learning from. They
Right.
ask questions.
See, now you a sensei.
Yeah, I am.
Come on, baby. Come on. You got...
I value the people that come in and they ask questions.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Why that? How? Those same vowels. Who,
Right.
with, what, when, where,
Right.
and how.
Okay.
The key is how, because if somebody can want to know how, that opens up that door to show.
Right.
Now they ain't just hearing you.
Right.
They're listening.
Got you.
Now they're not seeing you. They're
Right.
looking.
Mm.
So it's stuff like, it's little stuff like that with the tricks that I know from the old school to this new generation.
Right.
It's a little bit of those gaps that I still keep me, that keeps me different and keeps me going.
Right.
I'm sure Beats by the Pound wasn't showing Justice League all their tricks.
Right.
I know Pharrell wasn't showing all his tricks.
Right.
Timberland wasn't giving everything.
Right.
You give what you feel that they can benefit from, just like a teacher that's going to help their tutor.
Right.
They're going to tell the tutor a base lesson on how to tutor you.
Right.
And then that's that tutor's job to translate it to you so that you can use some of the tools that teacher have. That teacher don't know everything that a professor do. The professor don't know everything the doctor do.
Right.
So
That's deep. That's deep. How do you feel about the competition in the city?
I love it.
Okay, so when you see a producer
Yeah.
starting to get motion,
Mm-hmm.
and you just know he just now getting his feet wet. Now he ain't even been through half the shit that he's got to go through,
Yeah.
but he's coming in. He's the new kid on the block.
I love it.
Okay, you love that?
I love this question.
Okay. Well, I mean, as like you said, I'm a producer.
Yeah.
So I understand, and I'm asking you from a producer's perspective, right? How do you feel about that, or does it make you feel a certain way when you see a post and you be like, this nigga ain't even dope? I mean, or this nigga's not even qualified. How do you feel?
For me, there is some areas that you look at and you think, damn, if I could get my hands on him to stray him this way.
Right.
It's like the beat maker and the engineer.
Okay.
Some people can just make good beats.
Right.
But
They can't engineer.
But that engineer can probably make good beats and make it sound good.
There you go.
Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Would a good beat maker seek out an engineer, or would an engineer seek out a good beat maker to give him some gifts? See, that's how I look at it. I can hear a youngster that I don't want to call too many youngsters, because I can hear a young man that's got it beat wise, but you can hear them little tweaks that he need just in an EQ or just in a compressor or just in a limiter or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so you try to hope that he can take constructive criticism first, and then that his mind is in a developmental stage to where he's not looking at you as a competitor.
That's hard to.
It's established.
Yeah, that's a touchy subject, because if you go, hey dog, your snares are too loud.
Can I give an example?
Let's get one.
Okay, I have one of Oklahoma's greatest producers. I don't want to put too much on his name, but he's doing a lot of great things. Blake Tyler, OMG exclusive. And right now, he was one of those pupils that his mixes wasn't good, but boy, he can take samples and he can create great Memphis style beats, great real vibe beats. But he needed to learn how to use the EQ just a little bit. Man, as soon as he learned that EQ after dealing with CL McCoy and CL's camp and Rob Stovall's camp and actually listening in a bigger studio, the dude got 6 movies under his credit now. You go look up Blake Tyler, OMG exclusive from Oklahoma City, and you'll see his resume is growing.
Now, was he at the Beat Challenge
Yes, he
that
was.
night? Which
Yes,
one was he?
He had the dye in his hair. He was the last one playing them soulful.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
He one of them ones that I was
Yeah.
telling people that all it took was a little EQing and a compressor on his beat,
Right.
and it made a world of difference. Just a little bit of engineering.
Right.
Because then he got into a bigger engineer.
Right.
And now his beats start sounding bigger, so when you go see the movies that his beats are in,
right,
you get to hear the quality of it.
Okay. So would it be safe to say everything is about levels?
Yes, man.
Right. And so this is why I feel that when people are like, we all need to come together, we all can't come together because we're all on different levels. A cat that's been in the game for 2 years don't need or want what a person has been in it for 20 years.
He gonna look at it differently because of the techniques that he learned.
Right.
And how he learned.
Right.
See me, I'm a key player.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
We're gonna get into that. And we're gonna get over to the key player.
I'm not a drummer.
Okay.
But I can play drums on a MPC.
Right.
But if I get a live drummer here
right,
that understands drum technique and drum theory,
right,
let him rock, because he understands the tims and toms and snares better than you.
Yeah.
So for me, just the same way if you're doing his vocals, if you think you can sing and you get a real vocalist that understand keys and understand tempo and understand octaves, let her sing and let her do how she do it because she can sing. You're not that singer. You're going to use plugins and all this stuff.
Right.
So for me, you have to be able to judge that as an engineer, as a person that's creating. You have to have a creative limit to allow somebody to utilize their talents too. You know what I mean? And that's where I guess relationships really are strong before you really sit down and push it into the studio.
Okay.
Back in the day, the studio was the last word. This is where everything had to come together that you had been practicing already.
Right.
So it wasn't like you was creating everything in the studio.
Right.
Only into the evolution of home studios where you could get the chance to watch him write the song, watch him create the song.
Right.
That used to be exclusive unless you was a part of that little group.
Yeah.
So to be able to say that you can be inside of the house with somebody that can create, most artists used to love finding us. Now they feel like all they got to do is go to the Guitar Center, spend $100, $200 and buy a little kit and watch a tutorial on how you've been spending your whole life learning.
Right.
So that's where I'm at with that some people need to understand that if this is really your passion, I went to school to learn some of this stuff.
Right.
I got teachers that went to school to learn this stuff that enforced and endorsed me to go to school so that I can perfect my craft.
Right.
In order sort of to make more money out of it. You would do it for your job.
Right.
If your job told you to go to school and learn how to use this machine and we're going to give you $2 more, you'll do it for $2 more but not $2 more $1,000. So
make it make sense.
Make it make sense, because the more you know in this with these, theory-wise, the better your pocket can be. The Full Sails universities, the UCO ACM universities, the Francis Tuttles of this world has those programs available in Oklahoma City that you could go get a 14-month license to engineer and really understand what you're doing if you like it so much.
Right. I
had to years ago, and it made me a better producer. It made me a better business-minded individual. So when I became an entrepreneur, not just for myself, but for others that really depend on you to make moves for them.
Right.
Now I can make the smarter moves with a little credential behind me.
Because you got the knowledge.
Yes.
And you have the experience.
Yes.
That proves that you have done it and can do it.
I don't know if you can see that, but that's an old school concept, and it's got a tax ID on the back of it. That's an independent distributor's license.
See, I love how you got proof, man.
I don't know if y'all can see that. That's an independent distributor. You feel me? And it's got a tax ID on the back of it. It's got a tax ID on the front of it too.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's an independent distributor's license.
Damn.
And so
that's dope, man. He got the proof, he got the IDs, he got the contract, baby, he got it all. Listen, man, I think this day, man, I have really enjoyed myself asking you
coming
all of these dope questions for me, man, because how do you feel, and this will be the last rapper question, now we're going to get to see you in action and doing your thing. How do you feel about Oh wait, how do you feel, or what do you feel needs to happen for producers in the city to not necessarily come together,
Yeah.
but be more open into working together with each other outside of your cliques?
Egos. We gotta allow the music to speak,
Okay.
and allow the talent to showcase the what you know, and allow that to speak other than our egos. I'm better than you. I'm the greatest. This nobody in Oklahoma really made too many moves, and right now the youngsters are doing the big moves and getting the big pockets. So in order for us to be able to unify that, as a producer, just like anybody, we gotta be open to our work, man. Look, ain't nobody Dr. Dre, ain't nobody Timberland right now, not yet. You know what I mean? Rob and CL, they could say they could do that. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Mathis right now, he's Sauce Me Up Q. You know, Sammy Stacks. These people got industry people on their list that they can obtain that type of money for. If you a lower independent producer, understand that your beat is only as good as the artist that's gonna pay for that beat. You need that artist just like he needs you. So stop acting like your beats ain't worth $50, $35. You know what I'm saying? Stop acting like your Dal ain't got beats on there that you can let go for $10 so you can get a hot verse on that motherfucker. You feel me? That's the object of us putting this shit together, is so somebody can hear it. In order for us to come together on that stuff, then you base it on the collaboration, bro. If I collab with somebody, I'm not looking for a big ad, bro. I'm looking to teach you what I know. That's the jewel in the whole thing anyway. I don't need your money. I got a good platform.
Right.
I wanna show you some tricks, and I wanna learn some tricks from you.
Right.
So as a collaboration, the first thing we had to do is collide. We gotta make that pop, baby. Because if it don't pop, it's not gonna do nothing anyway.
Right.
So at the first step has to be foundation. We have to be grounded first. We, as producers, are the frequency.
Right.
We set the tone, bro.
We make it right.
So we have to foundate us first. That means swallowing a little pride. That means holding a little conviction, speaking a little conviction, and holding accountability to what we can and can't do when we know we can go in the next room and do it.
Right.
It's that easy for us. I ain't no reason in the world why I should have to be in here charging somebody $200 to $300 when they platform don't say they can pay for it. If you know that they platform ain't that big, the first thing that need to be discussed is the budget, bro. So that we can understand what we can give him for his budget. Because the mission is to give him something. You dummies don't even understand that. The first step of eating something is to taste it. Allowing them to taste it for free. That's why they give you samples at the goddamn grocery store. They don't call it a sample for nothing when you're doing a loop around it.
Boy, you full of energy, man.
We give them samples,
Natureboi,
for a reason.
Okay, real quick. Boy, you something else, man. Do you have a beat website?
Hey, look, everything with NIB right now is revamping.
Okay.
Because we got some collaborations, we got some business ventures that we're syncing together.
Okay.
With everything. Please give me another month to get everything jumping up, and I will be posting everything to all my platforms. Right now, you can go to Nate Prince 21. You know what I'm saying, on all platforms, or you can go to Natureboi Da Prince with Natureboi with an I, D.A. Prince, like the singer, and you can catch with some of the music, some of the beats that I have performed, and some of the artists that I have worked with as well. Man, just give me a little bit. As y'all see, we building around here. We revamping the whole label. We revamping the whole me.
Right.
I'm rebranding, and I'm trying to give y'all exactly what y'all been asking me for. So just bear with me. I'm gonna have videos already up. I got a green screen that we're gonna be doing AI stuff. We're gonna be offering y'all graphics to y'all CG covers and logos and things. And of course, you know, you can come over here and get some recording and get a video at the same time. So it's to everybody that support us and that do love the sound. Feel me? We love y'all too.
Dope.
So
All right, so what we're gonna do now is
Let me get a freebie.
Yeah. We want to get some of that that bomb
Let me get everything.
that bomb talent
We get
that
everything.
the Natureboi has. You dig?
Get everything up. So we can get
Zoom in
everything
on
started.
the
I know I'm gonna whip a little something for y'all real quick. I don't know how much time I got, but I got a little 3 minutes. Let me get a brewski ooski.
Okay. Let me get a brewski.
Yeah. First of all, I know people know that I've been on a non-spirits journey since New Year's. 265 days, no hard alcohol, no hard sugars in my body, nothing but this whack-ass Oklahoma beer that I got graded, and it's really only 4.6. But they making us pay 5.9 prices for this 4.6%. So, to y'all who drink, I do. Love a beer or two.
Right on, right
So, yeah, let's get started. Let's get started. For me, man, I got so many packages to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's ever sent me anything, allowed me to produce anything for them. Your love don't go unappreciated.
Who was the last person that you produced something for?
The last one was Hype Man 501 and Big Ro, aka Punky Lope, Big
Okay.
Punky from Tulsa. I just did a circus beat for them. I'm still mixing it down, but they came over here and asked me to do a circus beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the last beat I did was a kind of circus beat. You know what I mean? And it's the first time in my career I've been able to do a circus beat.
Okay, so now what is your process in when you start the beat?
My first process is I like melodies, so I want to try to find a good loop or a good wave, a good sample to go off of. I don't want to take a sample because I ain't in it. I don't know how much time I got.
No,
so
you got time. Get down.
right now, I just want to kind of do a little fast something. So. I go off of that one. I like the way that would sound. So now we got our beat. We got our bass on there. This sample say 110 BPMs at an F minor, so I want to keep everything within that F minor and everything within that 110 beat per minute.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of get this looping right quick. That way I can hear it. Like I say, I love personas because it allows me to do things a little faster than the norm. You know what I mean? So I sample out everything. Now I got me a good loop bass here.
So now, do you normally loop for 4 or for 8?
At beginning, just to kind of catch up, I'm gonna loop it for 4.
Okay.
I want to loop it for 4 so that I can base it off of 8. Because me as a rapper, I know I can spit a good 16 off of 8.
Gotcha.
So, and as a loop, when I want to loop it to where I know I can rap on it.
Right.
So right now in the creative bass, I'm gonna loop it 4 tips. I'm gonna loop it 4 times, just as a bass, so I can keep it on that 4 tip. Because I got for those who don't know, I have my clap and my metrodome. Metrodome is your taps per minute. So I got my metrodome set to a 4x4 basis. So it's like, as soon as you get it, you can readjust it to a 1/16 or an 8/16, depending on your style. I don't know how y'all like to do it, but I like to keep things simple. So I'm gonna keep it at a 4, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of what I like to do to it. So hope I'm not pushing too much. But I'm a simple mind. I like to keep shit simple too, because I learned over the years that when you start doing that technical shit, you get to a chance to where you always hearing, oh, this, that. And I like to keep it based. Now, usually when I'm doing a beat, I base it off what that rapper telling me that he liked in the beat. You know what I mean? So if he tell me he liked the cinematic shit, then I do some cinematic shit.
Right.
I think I locked up real quick. Yeah, I did.
Froze on me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got it. People know. They know this down will do that. Sometimes latency is important. So make sure that if you are getting you some equipment and building you a home studio, that you have the right equipment, because it's always important to put stuff together.
Right.
And make sure that it stays together. You don't want to be using FL keys with M audio stuff. So now that I'm in where I'm at, I'm finna put some instruments in it. Let's go to my impact. Now for me, my impact is this over here, so it's allowing me to use a beat machine. Like I tell people, I'm used to making beats off a beat machine, so
nice.
So I kinda link it in to where I got everything available for me.
Right. So you have all your kits, and all you just have to do is just load them up.
Yep, I got all my kits off in one little old package, so if I wanted to do trap, I can do trap. I like that little tune right there. I'm gonna keep that in my arsenal. So now I'm gonna set my mantra down, set my ticks per minute. So y'all gonna hear the click. My clicks per minute is set to 4 bass because that's just the way I like it. So you'll hear it going like. So that count is keeping me on track so I don't get off. So I'm gonna go ahead and record that one. It'll give me a count out. Then allow me to add it to that. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, my bad. I gotta set this thing to the atom since I'm playing it on the atom. Give me a second.
You good?
I keep forgetting that every time I do that. It's like, why are they recording that? Oh yeah, we gotta get it on. You playing on here. Alright. I get it.
How long does it normally take you to make a beat? Just depends, or average on average?
It depends, really. I mean, Like, it depends. I can't really give an average on it because it really just depends on what I'm doing with it. Because I could go 4 beats. I could go four instruments in a beat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if they like it, I'ma keep it. You know what I mean? So it just depends, really.
Mm-hmm.
I really can't say because everybody is different with the way they like it.
Exactly.
And so if
How many beats you think you might make? Would you say daily or a week? Just either one.
I go weekly.
Okay. So how many beats is an average beat amount for Natureboi?
3.
3 a week.
Yeah.
At least you want to do at least 3 beats.
At least, well, because I want to make sure that I got enough time to mix that beat down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and really get the quality of those 3 beats together.
Right.
So that I can offer a package that the end of that week.
Mm-hmm.
I do a mix down Mondays and a bounce out Friday because most of the weekend I'm recording. So somebody might come over here and be recording on that beat at the end of the week.
Got you.
Now they got a selection of 3 new beats every week. Feel me? Now they got a selection every week. They can come over and say, "Hey, Nate, remember that beat you was playing last week? One of them beats you was playing last week,
Right.
bro. I'm trying to get that one. You know what I mean? Like, hey, oh man, give me 2 of those ones that you had on the market." So now it makes it easier to sell it. Now I'm just to start doing hooks to most of my beats because now people have stumbles on how they want they got raps all day long.
Right.
But they ain't got hooks. So now when I make a beat, if I like it, I'm gonna put a hook with it.
Right.
So when you come over here, you might need that hook. You might can have somebody sing that hook
Right.
and change it up.
Right.
You buy them stems, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Exactly.
I don't care. Just as long as the money look good.
That's right.
So right now I'm just setting kind of setting a base. I think I got the claps. I'm going to go inside of it a little bit more, but I think I got that perk the way I like it. I'm gonna have to duh. And right now, this is just arranging, you know what I mean? And
Right.
every producer know that you want to get them beats and stuff. You want to get all of your claps and everything the way you need it. This right here is kind of the same you would see in Logic, you would see in FL Studio. When people that come over here and they are familiar with those platforms, this is the easiest way I show them on how they can do their drums or how they can do their sounds because they are so used to seeing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I take them to this, or I take them to this piano roll. You know what I mean? That way they're familiar with what they're looking at.
Yeah, they can paint it in.
Yeah, a lot of people they don't know the dial, but they know what they seeing. Like, oh yeah, I can use that.
Yeah.
Now they can pan through your instruments and find it, and now they coming up with their own patterns off a new dial.
Right.
You know what I mean? we all have to show, as a producer, we have to show some a little bit of patience.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because all of this stuff is similar.
Yeah.
You can.
It's just in different places, but
Yeah,
it's the same shit.
But it's all the same. They just selling it to you different because they got their brand.
Right.
It's Goodyear and Michelin tires.
There you go. It's still a tire.
It's still a tire.
There
man.
you go.
So right now I'm just getting that little perk together in this little 8 sequence that we got here. Because I want to be able to increase my drums. For those people that do play drums, this is the time where I be like, hey, look, come over and play this part. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I want the natural sound to it. For those who don't, they got all of your instruments available to you just the same way as FL Studio, same way as Sonar, same way as Logic. You just have to familiarize yourself with the workspace itself.
Right.
So I'm gonna play some. But yeah, it really just depends on the mood I'm feeling. in that sense, because I like to go off of artists, but I also like to do it in a fast pace so that they can do something with it that night. I want you rapping now. I don't want you rapping on it later.
He said, I want you rapping now.
Yeah. Sometimes, I don't know, those who know, Personas also offers Splice. Splice is a great tool that if you're getting stumped in your creative process, you know, you can use Splice to kind of say, okay, well, this beat is like this right now. What send to Splice to guitars, and it'll find you a guitar. You know what I mean?
Right. So now I see you use loops, but do you actually sample as well? Still?
I do sample.
So
yes.
you do both. You use loops and you actually sample something that you hear, and you'll chop it up and make a beat out of it. Correct?
Yes. Nowadays, you won't get fined for using a sample if you recreate the sample in your own ways. So
Interpolation
style is important when you are taking samples and recreating it to adjust it to where it's yours. I use samples all the time. I got one now that I used. It was a total kissing you.
Okay.
I played a little key on it, and I wanted to be able to really feature the vocals on it. So I sampled the original guitar on that original Kissing You and created the beat around it. It's not a bad thing. DJ Mustard has a YouTube page where he discussed on how you can license your samples and recreate any track with that sample and get paid for it. You just you do have to recreate it.
You're right.
You can't use it as it is, because then they're gonna get you.
You're right.
All right, so now this is what I got here. I want that to come in just a little bit earlier. That I want to come up with a creative 808 real quick to kind of go with them perks. For this one, because of the cinematic loop that I chose at that BPM, I'm gonna take that one into the splice. Because I heard a certain style of 808,
Right.
and I don't think that I have that 808 available to me. So Splice allows me to find it. That's my reference point. So now I'm going to try to find that 808, something that'll help me out, help me get a creative bass on it. I don't know how people who uses it, but it's like Arcade. If you're a Logic user, if you're a Logic user, it's just like Arcade.
Yeah, splices.
Yeah. And it just, you know, for me, it gives me a faster workload.
Right.
Y'all finna see me zone out for a minute.
Come on with it. Nature boy, come on with it, baby.
So y'all finna see me zone out for a minute, because
Yes,
now
sir. Come on,
I got a
buddy.
little bass going right now, so I'm finna go into a little drip. I got the 808 right, I guess that 808 got a little in there.
That's what we call knocking.
Yeah. We gonna entertain that in there.
That's dope.
I said, I guess that 808 got it in there.
That's right.
I'm gonna add that kick to that plan. Oh, I see it. I see it over there. Which one of these For me, I find a bass with everything I do. I just tell people that sometimes you can do it and then it'll sound good, but if you know what you're looking for, set you a bass and go off the bass. You know what I mean? I always set it and eliminate what I don't need. I don't know about y'all, but drums is my absolute favorite thing to do. That's why I home in when I'm doing drums just to make sure.
Nice.
Because I love doing them. So I set most of my keys around my drums so that I can make sure that all of it is in sync when I'm playing.
Right. Now, when you're producing, do you make it like a gumbo first and then we spread it out? Or are you arranging as you are producing?
I'm thinking of the arrangement. So like it's not necessarily a gumbo, it's like a 6-course meal.
Okay.
Because right now I'm preparing the steak.
Okay.
The drums is the meat of the beat.
Okay.
Most of the times that's what the artist is gonna rap off of if it ain't got a melody to it. So I always try to set it with the melody, that's the loop, and then I build the drums off of what I'm hearing that loop doing. So the melody and the loop and the guitars and everything, those are like sides to me. The drum is the meat of the bones. That's the meat and potatoes is the drum.
That's a good way of explaining that.
So like I'm always precise with the way I do my drums, and usually takes the most time because I want to set them, because that's what you're gonna set the verse off of most of the time, unless you got a strong singer.
Right.
You got a strong singer, she gonna really make adjustments to your melody and not your drums. Lyrics is gonna go off your drums and not the melody. So when you're rapping with lyricists and storytellers, you want to have a strong drum and not necessarily a strong melody.
Okay, so what we doing now? Right here.
I'm gonna take this back into the splice after I just played that little drum pattern that I do got. I want to go back into my splice and listen for like a harp. I'm looking for like I said, I like to do woodland instruments after I set my drums, and then I go into guitars. So right now I want to play the guitar, but I want to think of a woodland instrument since I ain't got one here.
Right. And we said like a flute or something like that.
Right.
I like that shirt. I like that shirt, man. That's dope.
Now we got a bass. Now we got a nigga to rap. I think it's one of these that I'm gonna turn it down just a tad so I can blend a little bit to kind of catch up with where I want my guitar to be at. Any artist that's asking about decibels. Decibels are levels that you want the sound to come out as. Your standard decibel is between -6.0, -12 when you're doing instruments that's waves, or that you can create through MPC. So just a little advice.
Teach, Nature Boy, teach,
Little
baby.
advice that if you're using a sample, I suggest that you level your sample out to -6, between -6 and -12 dBs, decibels. That way you can go ahead and do your adjustments in your master after you do your leveling in your listening bus. Just a little jewel I want to give y'all, because some people I'd be hearing y'all samples and it's way louder than the drums that you played around it.
Get on them.
So -6 decibels, even with vocals, -6 decibels is kind of what you want to put into the microphone. Not necessarily what you want coming out of the microphone, but definitely what you're putting into the microphone. Understand your inputs. So right now I got that playing, that sample thing leveled out at a good adjustment. I'm just gonna do my adjustments right now so that I can balance everything. For those who don't know, this is what I call gain staging. So I'm just leveling that everything to an even level to stage it. It's not necessarily where it's going to be at, but it's staging it to give me a good listener in my listening bus. So when I'm playing it in the listening bus, it's different than in my main bus. You don't want to you don't want your main bus to be too distorted to where you're getting a lot of saturation and things from your instruments. So it's always best to stay engaged it a little bit. That way you can listen to it without it being so loud, and you can make the adjustments as you're going. As you're adding instruments, you can kind of hear the blend between those, and you can see your sync points. So right now we got a good level. I'm gonna go inside my instrumentation again. I think I got it in one of my files. I'm gonna try to see if I can find some guitar. Some guitar that I can play on my keyboard. But it's always best to have you a idea, unless you like me and you just been doing this shit. Hey, you understand your method, because my method was given to me years ago.
Right.
What you thinking now? You hear a story in there? Huh?
Okay, so how much of you say that this is almost done for right now? What percentage of beat are we on right now? About 60?
60, yeah.
About 60%?
I'm asking him kind of what he hearing when he hearing voice. So how do you storyline? Like now that I got it in a simple little bass.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, well, let me hear what storyline that can be added, because that's where I feel like the next instrument is going to be.
Okay.
What I'm hearing now is kind of a dramatic style, cinematic dramatic beat. So now I want input on the from my artist, like, okay, do you hear a story? Do you hear me going into the crunk? Because these two are going to be carried.
Okay. So now this is what we're finna do. I'm going to let you stop. I want you to once again give everybody how to get in contact with you, and then what I get you to do is once you finish the beat, just shoot it to me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you shoot it to me. So we got you going with 60% of it, and then I'll go, here's the finished beat, da da da. Now we finna just get you to go. You doing an outro? Give me, tell everybody once again, what's your name again, where to find you at, how to get in contact with you, and how to get these dope ass beats.
What up? Again, Natureboi Da Prince, nothing in between, CEO, Captain, Engineer, whatever you want to call me. Y'all know y'all can look me up, Nate Prince 21, all platforms at Nate Prince 21, everything, at Natureboi with an INATUBRBOI, Da Prince, DA Prince, like the singer, all platforms. Everything, y'all can go check me out. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive beats. Again, y'all can email me at nateprince.com. nateprince@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? And just tell me who you is. Tell me that you found out who I am, and you want some beats. I'll send you a package. I'll send you some samples, and we can talk prices. You know what I mean?
Did you want to introduce your artist real
Ugly
quick?
Travis, come in here. This is my artist. The first male off of NIB. Nothing in between. Ugly Travis, he already got music out as well.
His shirt is killer. 405 repping.
Yeah,
You dig? Yeah.
Y'all can look him up. We got a song that's in circulation right now called Sweet Black Pussy and Black Woman.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, those two right now are doing real good. Produced by OMG Exclusive.
Who's OMG?
Blake
Oh,
Tyler.
he was at the beat thing.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. He's vicious.
Get at me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, nateprince21@gmail.com, Natureboi Da Prince at Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, all of it. You know what I mean? I'm on every platform, Apple Music, iTunes. Y'all can look up Nothing in Between, NIBGTMUZIK405. We here and we gonna stay.
Done deal. Appreciate it, Nature Boy.
100, bro. I appreciate the time, man.